4 players, 3 rounds, only 1 chance to win. The challenge? Create an unforgettable contraption created from the mystery items in these chests before time runs out. Our distinguished panel of judges will critique their work, and one by one they must face the dreaded wrenching block. Who will win the grand prize, and who will be wrenched? Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 2 of Wrenched. Today we have 4 new competitors to compete. Slowpoke, would you please do the honors of opening the drawbridge, and we'll bring on our first competitor, Rorax. Rorax, come on out.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good, so tell us about yourself, Rorax.
I am a forge crafter, and I also run a YouTube channel called Rorax Plays. I am on Twitter as Rose Spikes, and I like to build things. I've been with modded Minecraft for a very, very long time.
Very cool. You can head down to your platform, just don't open your chest yet. Our next competitor, Vagram.
Greetings.
Welcome, Vagram. Go ahead and tell us a little about yourself.
I am a forge crafter, a YouTuber. I run youtube.com/VagramsChance and General Acoustic Menace.
That's true. The man with the voice, I believe, is one of your nicknames.
I was just going to say, impressive voice.
Yeah, right? Carry on, Vagram. You may go on to your platform. And Way of Flowing Time, you are next.
Hello.
Hey, Way of Time. Who are you again?
Just a random mod maker.
Cool. So, just a warning, guys. You probably won't have to do much blood magic, because I think that would be unfair, right?
I think it'd be fair.
Yeah, I don't think we're giving you guys any special items from blood magic this episode. Mez, you're up next, buddy.
Hey, I'm Mez. I maintain forestry, and I'm the author of JEI for Minecraft 1.9.
Awesome. All right, go on and head to whatever platform is still available. All right, contestants, as I'm sure you may know this already, but we're just going to refresh the rules real quick for anyone who doesn't. Inside the chests in front of you are 4 mystery items, which you must use to build a single contraption, ideally. And available to you are the AE system and generic machines that you can use to build pretty much anything you want. After 30 minutes on the clock, you will be judged by our panel of judges, and the least successful machine will be wrenched. And that player will not move on to the next round. Any questions or concerns? Doesn't sound like it. So, competitors, you may look in your chests. And today, the first round of items, you must use the item translocator from the Translocators mod, basic gates from Buildcraft Transport, the Ender Overseer from Britannia, and a toggle latch from Project Red Integration. 30 minutes are on the clock, and your time starts now. Slowpoke, would you please move them out of the channel? So while they get started, let's introduce the judges. The same judges last time around, Slowpoke 101. How you doing again, Slowpoke?
Hey, I'm great.
Hey, what do you think about those items that you picked? Not me.
I think we're going to see some more interesting builds today. There's more open there. So
Yeah.
a bit more variety I'm hoping to see.
Sure.
So looking forward to seeing what we've got here.
Nice. Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot more options for people to use these for. Next up, of course, Bacon Donut, because we are on his charity stream for St. Jude's Live. And how you doing, Bacon?
I am great. I'm a little tired. Marathons are rough, but I'm excited. We've raised a ton for charity, and yesterday's event was great, and I can't wait for today.
Cool. What did you think of the items this time around?
Oh, it's really, given the powerhouse of the competitors that we have here, those items I think are going to lead to some really interesting things. I'm very excited.
Awesome. Sounds good. And finally, we have a trio who only get 1 vote in total. But it is CPW and his 2 daughters, Allie and Katie. How you doing, girls? Hey, CPW.
Hey, hi, guys. Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, this will be fun, isn't it?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, CPW is one of the maintainers and authors of Minecraft Forge and Forge Mod Loader. Pretty much one of the people most responsible and of maintaining the API that pretty much every mod author uses to build their mods. So definitely somebody who knows his mods, I would say.
No worries, you know.
All right.
Something I done.
So let's go ahead and take a look at what some of these guys are up to. I'm kind of poking around here to see what everybody's working on. I'm not sure.
Mez is a little bit started already.
Has he?
Yeah, in the green. He's just put some diamond blocks down.
Interesting.
So way of flowing time is requesting cursed earth.
I think we could add that. But
Oh, the items have gone.
That's Cursed Earth. That's a little dangerous.
Won't work.
We're in peaceful anyway on the server, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got no mobs. Cursed
Yeah.
Earth won't do anything.
Yeah, I don't think we need to add Cursed Earth.
Okay, so yeah, people asking in Bacon Stream what the items are again. So,
We had the toggle latch
yeah,
from Project Red. I'll go ahead and put them in the chest for everybody to look at. The Ender Overseer from Britannia. A basic gate from Buildcraft Transport, and an item translocator from the Translocators mod. So what I like about the basic gate, if I'm being totally honest, is that you can really use that to make any other kind of gate. So you can use it to make, the redstone fader gates. You can use it for clock timers. You can use it for many different things, right? And of course, you can use it to emit a redstone signal, which could interact with the toggle latch. So there's a lot of options there.
have you got a dog bacon? The item that's going to be a bit interesting here. That's an item, if anybody doesn't know, that emits a redstone signal when you look at it.
Yes,
And then
so
when
the
you
Ender
look
Overseer,
away from it,
it's a block that inherits the properties of the Enderman, where when you look at it, it emits a redstone signal. So any player looking at the block causes it to emit redstone. I've used it for like opening doors in the past. So there's definitely some redstone integration here,
Yes.
right? Uh-oh, looks like we might have lost Rorax.
I'm sure she'll be back. And then
Yeah.
combining the Ender Overseer with a toggle latch leads to some interesting possibilities.
Right, and let's
Like
not
what you
forget,
just said.
you can also place a piece of redstone on the item translocators to make them
Right.
respond to a redstone signal.
Yeah.
So to be fair, all 4 items here have something to do with redstone optionally, but not necessarily. So that's pretty interesting. So let's come back in a moment once our competitors have had a chance to build a few things, but 5 minutes has already elapsed.
So someone might want to point out to Vagram that he should be building on the coloured area.
Is he not? Okay.
Or is that actually just kit that's part of the setup? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he's just placing items down.
Okay. Okay.
So it looks like they've got about almost 16 minutes left here. Way of Time is building some kind of maybe a dark room. Vagram hasn't done all that much just yet, but he may be looking into or doing some crafting before he starts placing blocks down. Mez has some kind of sorting system going on with his pipes there. And Rorax has a couple things going on. She's using her Ender Overseer maybe with some things. I don't know. We'll see. But let's start pulling them in and see what they're thinking. So, Slowpoke, let's grab Vagram first and see what his thought process is.
User was moved
Hey,
to the
Vagram.
channel.
Vagram, how you doing?
Mad panic.
What did you think of the mystery items we gave you?
I had to literally look up 2 of them.
Fair enough. Yeah? You have a plan, or are you just kind of still figuring that out?
I have a plan. I'm just not 100% sure of all the logistics. I'm like about halfway. I'm hoping I'll have time to do it.
Well, good news, you're about halfway into the challenge, so you might come up with your plan by the end.
Let's hope.
So let's go grab Mez, Slowpoke, and we'll see what
Yeah,
Mez is
right.
working on.
Good luck, Vagram.
Thank you.
User was moved
Maz,
to the
yeah?
channel.
Yeah. So I see Mez is working with his with an integration table here and building some kind of advanced thing with his gates that we gave him. So Mez, what's your thoughts? What are you working on?
I'm pretty strong in Buildcraft, so I think I know what to do with the gates. I'm going to try to make something cool that pulls items out and puts them where they need to go.
Cool.
And I may leave the result a secret. I'm still having some fun with this Ender Overseer. I've never used it before, but it's creating a toggle here where I can turn the machine on and off, and we'll see where it goes.
Very cool. All right.
So just so you know, Mez, it was Direwolf and CPW that were trolling you earlier by looking at your...
I was wondering if it was broken, but yeah, okay.
It's kind of hard not to look at it. It's really hard not to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. Thank you.
Yes. It's any player who looks at it. So let's see what Rorax is working on, because I see she's going a different direction than the first two we looked at, so I'm interested.
Hi there, Rorax.
Hey, yeah.
So I noticed that you did something that I mentioned was possible, which is you're using redstone on your translocators to activate using with the Ender Overseer. So tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, the idea is kind of like a safety latch furnace. Nothing will go into the furnace from its supplier chest until you look at the Ender Overseer, and nothing will come out of the furnace unless you flip the latch.
Cool. Sounds interesting. All right. So I'm dying to know what Way of Time is working on, Slow. So let's get him in here because...
Here we get Way of Time. Good luck, Rorax.
Yeah. Good luck, Rorax.
Good luck,
Thank
Rorax.
you.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your
Hey,
So,
Way.
Way of Time, you're the first person in this round of Wrenched, or this series of Wrenched so far, that has built something like this. So tell me what you're thinking here.
Well, I am thinking of a dark room right now, and it's
Okay.
going to be powered by the items, assuming that I can actually craft some stuff. I need a screwdriver in order to actually rotate this stuff.
Gotcha.
Just working steadily right now.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Slow, let him go. He has to get back to work, clearly. So I'm just going to give them their warning here. Just so you guys know, you've got just under 13 minutes, so more than half the time has elapsed. Just wanted to terrify you all.
Man.
That's good.
So you have fun with that.
channel switched.
So what are your thoughts, judges? What are we seeing so far?
I don't know.
I think we're worried about Vagrant, aren't we?
Is very impressive, but yeah, the house is like, wow, that's on a new order of magnitude from.
I'll definitely give creativity points to Way of Time so far. It's, he's gonna have to come down to functionality though, because does it work?
Yeah, it needs to work. I'm not sure what Rorax and Vagrant are trying at the moment. I mean, it's not enough in the world for those two.
So
Right.
CPW,
I mean, they have a lot of time left.
CPW,
Yep.
I'm looking at this build, and he's building a dark room. Now, is he trying to build the old dark room that we used to use where it
I'm not sure if he's trying to build a flower dark room. I mean, yeah, it does. It is reminiscent of a flower dark room.
Doesn't that no longer work?
No, it hasn't worked since 1.2.5. 1.2.5
Yeah, that's what I'm
was
saying,
literally
like-
the last time it worked.
Like, is this a flawed build?
I guess.
I don't
I mean,
know.
we'll find
Yeah,
out. It's
mob
2
dark
blocks
room,
tall,
too
so
high, so
I assumed it was
we
meant.
put
He
mob
did
dark.
ask for Cursed Earth.
So,
yeah,
I
I'm just.
mean, if you put Cursed Earth in there, then it would be a perfect dark room.
Yeah,
for
I
mob.
guess that. Yeah, I guess that. But we'll see. I mean, that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see that.
Right. So I mean, if it doesn't work,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vagrant's a worry.
I will also note that Way of Time has placed a cobblestone pipe as a junction point, which is not a good idea.
Who's flying up?
So I guess we'll see. All right, we'll be back in a minute, guys. So Mez is doing something good or bad?
Well, if you look what he's got in there, I'm.
Fair enough.
Good, isn't it?
He's got never stars in there.
I see that. Yeah, no, they're piping through the pipes right now.
Yeah.
So he is doing pretty good with his buildcraft pipes. I noticed Way of Time is still using a cobblestone pipe as his junction, which is not a good idea, simply because items will flow in random directions, but maybe he'll swap that out to iron or something. And poor Vagram is placing down like his 4th block. He's literally just starting to build.
I know. It's kind of like I think Vagram kind of got. I'm guessing the Ender Overseer really pickled him, and maybe even the Tackle Latch. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess we'll find
I don't
out.
know.
Now Rorax seems to have started some creative decorating and making things look nice.
Her build was finished. Now I'm kind of like worried about what's she gonna do now.
Right. Well, I mean, creativity points would definitely be useful if she expanded this a little bit before time runs out. She's got 8 minutes left, and it's, I'm guessing, for the most part, fully functional. She's used all the items we gave her, right? So at this point, if she expands that and maybe adds some kind of functionality, maybe, you know.
I mean, the one thing I would say right now on this build, and I know it's a silly thing, but there's no way to manually fill this chest, and there's nothing on it to pump items into the chest. I'm assuming that there should be.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I might be, but I thought the bottom of a furnace piped out from the coal slot, not the output slot. Or is that different now?
No, that changed a long time ago, Diane.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can pipe out results from the bottom.
Yeah, the outside is the fuel.
Like, I'm assuming on this, the idea is that it's going to pull iron ore out of the chest and place it into the furnace, yeah? That's the goal. So how is she getting iron ore into the chest?
Well, I mean, she would probably manually put it in, but I mean, we'll see.
But you can't manually put it in, that's what I'm saying.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't access that chest at the moment.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I mean, she has a hopper, so...
I'd like to see her put a hopper on that chest just to make that finish. Otherwise, it's like a blown thing. But
right. So Vagram's actually making progress here. That's cool.
Good.
Yeah, he's figured. I think he's figured out how translocators work.
Cool.
Which is good. So they've got about 6 minutes left. So I'm gonna go give them their 5-minute warning here in a minute, and then we'll be back towards the end to see how things go. All right, guys, we've got about a minute left. Let's bring them in and let them know that they're almost running out of time here. So.
All right.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User was moved
we have
to
them
your
all in.
channel.
All right, guys, just a heads up, you've got a little bit more than 30 seconds remaining, so I would definitely start putting your finishing touches on your contraptions right now.
Oh, I'm kind of scared. No,
Don't be scared for Wei.
Wei, I mean, people are worried if you're going to be able to finish this in time.
Well, I'm as finished as I'm ever going to be.
Okay, so 10 seconds remain, guys. Just a warning, 10 seconds. And you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Competitors, stop working. Head up to the judging platform.
Now everyone take your seats.
All right, competitors, I hope you enjoyed the very first round of Wrenched. How's everybody feeling after those 30 minutes?
It was something.
No, man.
Cool. So just a reminder, the judging criteria are design, which is how good does your contraption look, functionality, how well does it work, and creativity, how creative were you with the items we gave you? Is it a very simple and basic machine, or is it, you know, creative and something nobody would else really think of? So let's go ahead and go over the green platform first. I believe that was Mez. Judges, you can follow us, and we'll let Mez explain his contraption. All right, Mez, go ahead and explain what your contraption does.
Okay, so first, very simple. If you look at this eye, it shoots out blocks of diamond and nether star blocks.
Cool.
It uses gates to pull the raw resources out of this chest. You can see there's a pipe wire going over to auto crafters, and they use gates to detect if they have room in their inventory. If they have some room, they'll turn this redstone on and it'll pull some items out. Any extras will run back into the chest. So
Very
it's kind
cool.
of flashy and that everything's running around.
All right, so
And then item translocators move stuff when the redstone lets it, and it moves stuff into the chest, which then hoppers into droppers.
that is definitely a neat contraption. Judges, your thoughts?
Very cool. I love the diamond.
It's kind of funny. Yesterday with Soren here, he was all like, "It needs to be more compact," and I'm looking at this big monstrosity, going, "This is awesome."
That's it.
The clock is wonderfully old school. Not even a comparator clock. It's just brilliant.
Oh yeah, the clock turns off when you don't look at the eye as well.
Yeah, with 10 people standing around, it's hard not to look
I
at
was
the
gonna
eye,
say,
isn't
how
it?
did we all
Keep
just
looking
not
at the
look
eye.
at it? That was amazing.
Very cool.
I
All
just
right.
love the fact it's a compressor, and it's great.
Yeah. So let's head over to Rorax's platform on red. All right, Rorax, we're all here. Go ahead and let us know what you made for us.
So I was a lot less impressive than Mez. And right at the end I realized I dirt in a vanilla fashion, the input chest is unusable.
You know, we all commented on whether you noticed that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed it when you said stop.
I even
Brutal.
got some iron ore out to ask you to use it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So that's the first negative there. But anyway, what it was meant to do is take from the input chest when you look at the eye, which apparently people are looking at the eye right now, which activates the redstone on the item translocator, allowing the items to go from the input chest into the furnace. And then the furnace is stocked with coal from the hopper at the back. What I wanted to do in the last few seconds was hook that up to them, so that when you are feeding coal into the furnace, you're also allowing the output items to the output chest.
Gotcha.
Kind of like a restock mode, to clear the furnace and stock it up on fuel again. Because I thought just using the latch to turn it on wasn't, all that inventive. So I wanted to quickly do something a little more cool there. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a kind of a safety furnace. It
Okay.
won't let items in unless you're looking at the eye, and it won't let items out unless you either toggle the latch manually or you feed coal into it.
Very cool. Judges, your thoughts?
My
It's
biggest
nice
like
and
we
simple.
we said this before, didn't we? Like we hoped you would have put something on that chest to allow the iron to go in. And that's like
Yeah, simply placing a hopper on the chest would have made this a much more functional design.
Yeah.
It was other than that because you put a hopper on the back of the furnace, which I guess is designed for the coal.
Right.
So
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay.
nice and simple. It's good.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. So let's move over to Vagram. All right, Vagram, walk us through your thoughts.
I started most of my actual project aiming for making a multi-stage autocrafter that you could turn off with a glance.
Cool.
But
Okay.
I had a hard time finding an autocrafter that I could make within 30 minutes or less that actually responded to redstone signals. That's where the problem came in. I just ran out of time, basically.
Yeah, the clock is the great equalizer in this map, isn't it?
Yeah, so I had a grandiose idea of making a multi-stage autocrafter where it would be making like crafting tables, it would be compressing cobble, it would be making furnaces, it would actually transfer items around based upon gates, but then, I didn't even get to the chance of checking the gates and their functionality. I got stuck on the crafting table part. Yeah.
Gotcha. So just to be clear, gates were not used in the build at all.
They are not used in this stage right now. The only thing I put used to was the overseer eye and the translocators.
what would you have used the gates for?
You can actually do inventory control with them. They're really, really good for wiring. You can have them send back a signal on how full a chest is and stuff like that and send a signal back down the pipe.
Right. Okay. So you would have. This is the chests here are representative of what you would have put there, as opposed to what is actually there. Yeah.
Right, basically.
Yes, I see what you. And you would have just run some piping down the side here for gates to. Then yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds
I
good. So let's go check out Way of Time's build. Okay, Way of Time, go ahead and let us know what your thoughts were.
So this started with a bit of a misunderstanding on what the Ender Observer did. I thought that what it would do is, now there's a bunch of apples everywhere. What I thought it would do is detect when a player is nearby and would emit a redstone signal. Obviously, that's not the case. So the plan for this is a dark room, which, depending on if the toggle latch is flipped and whether the player is nearby, it will either be activated or deactivated. And right at the bottom, I was trying to make a hopper hawk, however, I didn't have enough time to do so. Here you can see the translocators in a simple sorting system where one would take all the gunpowder, the other would take other materials, and it's just simply as a way to sort the raw outputs. The Hopper Hawk would have sat here, however, I didn't have time to make that as well as a mana source. And you can see at the top, there are a bunch of lamps that are powered by the gates, and the gates basically act as a glorified way to transmit the redstone signal.
Sounds good. So just one comment, technically, in case anybody didn't pick up on this. You configured your item translocators for regulate mode, not filtering mode. So in your current configuration, it will only put one of each item in each chest.
Yeah.
So it won't actually filter. It'll just keep one in the left and right chest, and the middle one will stay full.
Yep. Roger.
Is that your intended design, or?
No. I didn't have time to look at how to actually modify them, etc.
Okay, fair enough. So judges?
I have one observation. I don't know
Go
if
on.
anybody else. This doesn't work unless it's cursed earth, does it?
Nope. I was trying to find Cursed Earth, however, we didn't have access.
Because
to
otherwise
plans
you'd be
about it.
because you've got to look at the thing in order for it to work. then.
Well, it's a toggle latch, so he could look at it to turn it on and off, and
Yeah.
then be far enough away that mobs would spawn. So I think it would work.
Yeah, I don't see why.
It would be super
wouldn't work.
efficient, but it would work.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't kill them, though.
No.
If it was Cursed Earth, obviously there needs to be a method to kill them, but yeah, not many ways to do that easily.
Okay, fair enough. So I think the judges need a little bit of deliberation and discussion time. So judges, let's head up to the judging platform and have a little conversation. All right, judges. So what did you think of the first round?
You want me to start again?
Sure, yeah. Whoever wants to.
I can. So I know where I'm at. I think. I think we all agree that Mez had probably the best build.
Yeah.
Don't speak for everybody, but I think everybody agreed. That Mez
Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it's clear winner, yeah.
quite honestly underwhelmed by both Rorax's build and Way of Time's build. I actually like Vagram's idea, but because he was unable to complete it, and we've always said that if you miss an item out, that's like the biggest no-no.
Sure. Right.
Unfortunately, that's probably where I'm gonna have to go. But I have to be honest, like.
Right. So the
We've
question
got-
is, were Rorax and Way of Time's lack of creativity and functionality enough
Like-
to overlook the fact that Vagram missed an item? So that's really
That-
what you guys need to decide
Where
as
were the
judges.
logic gates in Rorax? build?
It's underneath the actual furnace. There's a toggle latch that's literally next to that. There is a gate.
Oh, I see it in there.
Yeah,
Right.
it's literally
And-
right next to it.
If we're splitting hairs, I'll just point out that toggle gate is no different from a vanilla lever.
No, I know, and
No,
that's
indeed.
kind of like, but it's there and it's functional. Like,
Right.
if I'm honest with you, like, I know this is probably not going to be a popular choice, but I prefer Vagram's creativity, given what he was trying to do. The idea of having a auto-crafting system that works at a glance, I actually think is probably the most creative use out of the four of them, if I'm honest.
Right, but then he didn't complete it, and he
But he
missed a
didn't
mystery
complete the
basket
song.
item.
You
So
could argue, though, that Mez actually implemented that, because
Yes.
that's what Mez has done.
Yeah, but
Photographs.
yes, exactly, yeah.
With the
So
look.
maybe Mez's and Vagram's idea are similar.
okay. Bacon, any thoughts before we wrap up and vote?
I don't know.
Yeah, to me, using the items and a working system is more important than having a good idea and not coming through.
Sure. All right, so we'll do a judging vote here, and we'll come back in a moment.
You want to
see-
hear what I had to say?
Well, I think
I thought CPW already chimed in. Go ahead.
No, he
CPW.
didn't.
Go ahead.
I never said anything.
Yeah.
Carry on.
No, I just I think that Mez was clearly. I mean, Mez and Wagram obviously tried to have similar ideas in the end. I think Mez has demonstrated that you could build something, which is why I'm not convinced that Vagram. I think Vagram was just lost for an idea for quite a long time, and then finally he had one, but it was just late. I
A little
think.
too late.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be back in a moment. All right, guys, we are back, and the judges have made their decision. Judges? CPW, I'll let you break the news.
Okay, well, you want me to talk about the best as well, or not?
Well, let's do the wrenching first.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, Vagram. I mean, your idea was good, but sadly, it was obviously not really there until very late on. And Mez demonstrated that you could build something along the lines you were trying to build in the cloud. So I'm afraid to say you're wrong.
Sorry, Vagram.
Bye, folks.
Thank you for competing,
bye,
sir.
Vagram. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this where the floor opens up and swallows me whole?
We haven't built that in yet.
That may come in the future.
Yeah.
For now, you get to go into creative mode and hang around if you wish.
Yes.
Fair enough. Thank you very much. CPW, or how about Slowpoke? Do you want to talk about who we felt was most successful this round?
Yeah, I think it was fairly clear that Mez's build, from early on, we decided was really good. Although it's like one of these builds where, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't actually do a huge amount. It does what it does really well. It works really well, and it's a creative, old school build. It's taken us back to 4 years ago, using Buildcraft and Buildcraft gates and all these kinds of things to do some compression and stuff like that. And I think we all really, really liked the build a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it may
Yeah.
be needless complexity, but it's impressive complexity given the time allotted.
I love the fact that you used an old school clock as well. That's showing an understanding of vanilla redstone, which.
So I will go ahead and say that that's the wrapping up point for round 1 of episode 2 of Wrenched. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll be back next time for round 2 and 3. Which of these 3 competitors will last to the end? I guess we'll see. All right, guys, take it easy.